from Orlando, Florida. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Orlando Orbits taking on the New England Patriots.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a throw here to his running back, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense for the Patriots, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Looking to throw on second down. Kendrick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They'll try the left side. Beard looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Kendrick, and his throw is incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Patriots take over. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Second down and 3. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they...
After reviewing the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Alexander. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Five yards remain on 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Now Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing, Jones. They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown! A big play there. 88 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's brought down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Orlando takes back over on offense. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Off play action. Kendrick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Touchdown, Patriots. Travis Etienne, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Kendrick. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Kendrick. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Oh, what a juke into space. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Najee Harris with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all? And they caught it up, and the Patriots have it. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And this is Coleman. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. To throw on 2nd down, Kendrick. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, Kendrick got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Jones now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange.
Touchdown! Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm fill there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kendrick throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw is going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy, and back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Kendrick. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Beard. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Kendrick. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off into 4th.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming out.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the defense. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that challenge, a successful one.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Alexander looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back him up 5. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. On 1st and 10, Kendrick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 1st down, Kendrick. And it's a fumble. And the Patriots have it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This one is Slayton over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Pats, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on